Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hira Daria. We have with us Kunal Shah, Head of Commodities Research, joining in. Kunal, welcome to the show. My first question coming to you, let's understand what's happening with the dollar index as well. Right now, if you go to see, it appears pretty much sidelined in the mid 94s, and that's where it's navigating between that 94 to 94.5 range. Clearly, the focus does remain on what's happening with, say, COVID, the economic recovery, as well as if you talk about the US elections as well, which everyone's watching out for. And you have the Fed statement that is awaited. What's the sense that you pick up from here on the dollar index?
Yeah, so the dollar index is the most volatile instrument right now. As of now, when we speak, at 2:30 it was trading around 94.60, and now if you look, it is 94.37. So entire all the equations, all the dynamics of the markets are changing. But it seems that whatever high what we have seen today should not be breached by the dollar index. So I'm fairly optimistic for the evening session, and I'm of the view that the dollar index may continue to remain weak. There were no triggers when globally we saw equity markets going down last week. At that time, dollar index strengthened. So from today onwards, we are seeing the risk on sentiment across the world, where the rally in equities is also causing some bit of selling in USD, the dollar index. So I think during the evening session, this may continue, and we may continue to see some more selling coming into dollar index, and it can test levels of 94.20 or 94.15 during evening session. So my view is little bearish on dollar index for the day.
Right. So, taking this into consideration, what's the view that you hold with regards to where the Indian rupee goes?
Well, Indian rupee also will appreciate because of whatever is going on right now with the dollar index. So it opened the spot USD INR pair open at 73.68, made a low of 52, again is back to 69. But I think one should go short and initiate a STBT and expects 15-20 paisa gap down opening in USD INR pair.
Right. Now, taking the movement into the dollar into consideration, if you talk about gold and silver, last week we've seen a major downtick. In fact, a double-digit fall that's coming already with regards to silver. Are you expecting this kind of downtick to continue with regards to gold and silver? And if yes, what according to should be the strategy that an investor should be using?
I think considering whatever is going on with the dollar index right now, I'll give you the levels: 49,100 for gold should hold, and 57,600 for silver should hold, whatever lows we have made. So gold maximum 150 to 200 rupees downside, silver around say 700 to 800 rupees downside. That's it. I'm not expecting it to decline that. So if somebody is going long, please, for silver put a strict stop loss of 57,600. For gold, put a strict stop loss of 49,100, and you can remain long until these levels are breached. You can see again buying will resume. So like I said, the dollar is the key. Yeah, dollar index is the key. During evening session, there are a lot of events which is going to take place in next 2-3 days. Well, mainly US election. So now whenever this US election starts, it causes a lot of volatility in the all markets, which is basically friendly for gold and silver both. So I think from tomorrow, this volatility pertaining to US elections will definitely be the key driver of gold and silver. Uh, One more reason why gold and silver went down today morning, there was announcement by Pfizer that they are at the verge of final stage of coronavirus vaccine. So I think this news, whenever this vaccine news comes, gold and silver tends to go down because sentimentally it brings the hope that the economic recovery will be good, and hence there is no point in holding gold and silver. So the ETF witnesses some bit of redemption, and gold and silver generally goes down. So that's the main reason why, irrespective of whatever news are coming, gold and silver are not moving up. So it is showing inherent weakness. Gold, for the trading perspective, it can maximum go up to 50,100 during a day or two, or silver for the same reason can maximum test up to 60,000. Nothing very bullish about it from those levels. And I generally would recommend uh, for evening session, one should go along with the stop losses which I have mentioned. So my view is little contra, and I'm expecting gold and silver to go up during evening session. Hello. So as far as metals are concerned, so metal also my view is very bullish. So today morning, China's industrial profits number has come, and those are indicating that the Chinese economy is in a much better shape than the world expected. Today, dollar index is also weakening. I think this is a perfect storm for metals, for something like copper. These are great levels to go long. I am recommending it to go long at 518 for the upside target of 524, and stop loss should be placed below 515. Nickel should be going up, from present levels 1060. You can go long for the upside target of 1080. Stop loss should be placed below 1049. So copper nickel looks very bullish. Even zinc, one can go long for October contract around 189.50. Stop loss should be placed below 188, and prices should shoot up and test levels of 192.50 to 193 in a day or two. But whatever levels I'm giving you, please stick with the strict stop losses, especially for gold and silver, because any vaccine news and it can really go down very fast. So apart from that, I've mentioned all the strategies. You guys have any questions? I'm open for the Q&A sessions. So is anybody having any question? Okay, so I think I should conclude the session here. And even Bulldex you can buy at current levels. I am expecting 100 to 150 rupees upside in evening session. So all bulls long call. Crude oil also, there are economists talking about, on one hand, UK and Europe are talking about another wave, and a lot of economies like India today, there was a lot of talks of reopening the economy in certain parts. I think the oil consumption is going to go up and production cut continues to remain. So oil also relatively looks better. 29, 20, 30 for the October contract, good levels to go long. 28, 60, 70 should be the stop loss. 3000 should be the target. So last week also it tested 3010, 3020, and from there it went down. So I'm recommending all long calls today. Thank you. And one question we have from Anup Sinha. Anup Sinha, natural gas. Anup, I'm of the view that the October contract already saw a massive run up because of short-term supply disruption last week. You can sell October contract at current market price. Stop loss should be placed at 207, and expect prices to decline in test levels of 192 to 190. So go short in natural gas.